Hey everyone, this is Chris. We're going to take a look at some web developer for the website that I chose to deconstruct. It's called Windstar Cruises. We're going to take a look here and see what happens when we go through take away some of the styling. First, we're going to start with some color. Actually, let's go right to, let's go disable styles. Let's just start with all styles. This was the first in the tutorial. Seems the easiest. You can see here the logo remains at the top. Most of the links kind of go in order. We have down here, it looks like a JPEG that switches out every once in a while. It's about every 8 to 10 seconds. And everything else is kind of unstyled, so we can see there. So, okay, we can go back, put that back on. And next we will look at the images. So we take away some of these images. We'll go to disable images. All images, take those away. We're left with basically the menus. Colors are still unaffected, but all the images are missing. Okay, we'll turn that back on. Okay, next we're going to disable the color. Go to disable, down to disable page colors. Basically doesn't affect too much on this site. The website stays the same. Looks like maybe some of the menu items don't switch colors like they did before when you scroll over them, except you still get the drop down menus and some of the highlighted CSS styles on those. Again, this middle JPEG seems to be imported in some kind of table, unaffected by that, and everything else on the page is not too much different. So let's put that back to how it was. You can see kind of a background. We get into some of these sub pages. There are different color variations. Like here you see this destinations one. Some of them change color. The background or have this gradient bar at the bottom. Looks like that might be disabled. Let's try it again. Take a look at that. Yeah. So any gradients like that aren't imported. They're just on the page. Definitely affected by that. And now let's look at what this page look like on a small screen. Go to miscellaneous and small screen rendering, and you can see pretty squash, but the logo remains intact. All the menu items seem to be intact, and it goes down pretty far for all their menu items and their reservation button. Let's see if we can click on one of these guys, take a look. Well, it goes back to the actual website menu. But we'll small screen rendering that again, and looks like basically this is gonna keep doing that for where we are. But if I had an iPhone, then it probably would be different. Okay, next we're going to linearize this page. Again, under the miscellaneous menu. We'll linearize it, and we get some smashing of the text up in here without the proper CSS spacing on that. The menu is a little bit smashed top there, and everything's in a line. Again, these JPEGs that are important seem pretty unaffected by a lot of the stuff, except when you remove the images. And menus look still pretty functional. Again, every time you click on a link, it goes back to how it should look. So ultimately, an interesting effect here to take a look at how things at CSS are turned on and off through the web developer. And And ultimately, I guess that's about it. Let's put everything back to where it was. And there you go. Thank you.